So here it is. Somebody sent me this, and I have absolutely no idea who it was. Last time I left you, I was showing you the corn that got blown over, and I want to give you an update on it. I want to show you what's kind of been happening with it. And we're out here in the garden, the wood chip Back to Eden garden, and it's kind of starting to pop back up a little bit. You can kind of see, like I said, they'll fall over and then they'll kind of bend up like that. You know, they'll go down and then come up, and some of them have kind of popped up. I actually tied up, look at these, yeah, all of these right here are standing back up. But I actually tied these two that were over here up to that stalk that the deer got, or the raccoon got, about 2 weeks ago. So I kind of helped those two, but I let everything else kind of do their thing. And this side right here, there's a little bit of action, a little bit of curvage. So it sucks. Like I said, it's gonna affect the harvest big time. I'm gonna have to finish that. My wife just yelled at me that the washer is leaking, so I gotta go run up to the house right now and stop my house from flooding. Alright, got that taken care of. A lot of water in there. But where were we? Corn. A bunch of that corn stood up right over there, so that's pretty good. And then these guys are kind of starting to bend up, and the squash are looking good too. They're kind of growing in between them, in between all the corn and everything. Show you some little squashes. Ugh, okay. Here's one. Here's the one that got chewed on. And here's a couple more. And I'm just kind of letting them grow up into these black raspberries. There's another little fruit. You can see another little fruit, female flower and fruit right there. And there's plenty of male flowers now everywhere, so I don't have to hand pollinate anything anymore. I just let them do their thing. So yeah, this is a quick update on the corn. And I got a package in the mail yesterday. I got a package from, I have no idea who. It's an anonymous package, but it's one of the coolest things. I want to show it to you. So here it is. Somebody sent me this, and I have absolutely no idea who it was. I don't advertise my address out there, but I've sent things to people, and people have sent me things and stuff like that. So whoever sent me this really, really, really knows me very well. They know me very well. They watch my YouTube videos, and they're watching this right now. I can guarantee it. And I just want to thank you for sending this. Now, I have opened it, and because I didn't know what it was, and I didn't order anything, and it's a book. But it ain't just any book. It's one of the nicest books, one of the coolest books I now have. And there was a little letter that was from the seller on Amazon, and name brand Overstocks, and it was just a thank you cover letter that they sent out. And I'm going to mention that just in case it was this person that that sent me this. So I'm gonna mention that. But this is the book. It's called Pomona's Lost Children, and a book of uncommon antique fruit. Now, I do know that Pomona is not the Greek god, but the Roman god of fruit and fruit abundance. So it's pretty cool to think that, her lost children, these old fruit trees that you don't hear about anymore, and you don't necessarily see at the grocery store. So they've kind of become forgotten. You know, pawpaws are one of those. And it gives a list back here on the back of all the fruits. You know, currants, black currants, quince, blackberry, persimmon, medlar, gooseberry, jostaberry, saskatoon, pawpaws, cornel or cornelian cherry, and elderberry. And there's some amazing stories in history with all of these fruit, and it tells them all. So it's not just a book that, you know, this book actually goes into the mythology of some of these fruits, you know, the hundreds and thousands of years of history that we have of interacting with them, you know, in Europe and in the Middle East and in Asia. And it's one of the most amazing things. And it not only does it tell you the history of the plant, it shows you how they were grown, how they were, like, look at this, it even shows you like the orchards and stuff like that. I think that's, what is that? That's quince. That's a New York quince plantation from 1910. So it's showing you how things have been done, and it talks about all these different things. Now, a lot of people don't even know what quince is, but I know it's in the same family as apples and pears, and it used to be really big in Europe. There's a lot of, you can probably find them in Europe and stuff like that too, but they never really became really big over here. But look, it even has recipes, and you know, like quince cake. But it goes all the way back. The last one I think that I saw in here was the pawpaws, and it talks about the pawpaws in here. Yeah, it talks about the history of the pawpaws, where to find them, how they were cultivated, the history with the Native Americans, how the Native Americans actually grew them. And I've browsed through it. I haven't been able to fully read the whole thing, but I wanted to touch on each. Last night I was bored, so I was reading through this and flipping through it. And look, it's even got pawpaw recipes. You know, like pawpaw pie and all that stuff. So like I said, whoever sent me this really, really knows me, because this is what I like. This is the stuff I like. Really rare fruit, antique fruit, things that have been forgotten, things that aren't necessarily commercially, you know, good for commercial agriculture or for selling at the grocery store, but were a very important part of human history and our ancestors. You know, a lot of our ancestors ate a lot of these different things, and I think that's pretty cool. And I want to thank the person that sent me this. Thank you so much. You didn't need to do that, and I really appreciate it. And I'm probably not going to be able to put this book down for the next couple days, so I'm really excited about that. Thank you. And I will do a book review on this, and let you guys all know what I think about it. And gosh, it just goes, I'm just seeing so much cool stuff in here. And the stuff with the cornelian cherry, I didn't dig into that too much, but it says, let me see what it says right here. Nobody seems to know what a cornel is anymore. No, it's not a university in Ithaca, New York. It's a fruit of Eurasian tree in the dogwood family, Ornis mas, otherwise known as the cornelian cherry. Some people call it the cornelian cherry, see? And but the taste is totally different from cherries or any other fruit you have ever tasted. It has been described as being something like a cross between a plum and a tart cherry. There is probably one growing just a block or two from any urban location. So you urban fruit hunters out there, if you live in suburbia, people plant these as decoration. When I worked at nurseries, we sold them. They're fruiting dogwood trees. Now I've been trying to find them, and I mean, there's a few online sites I've been trying to find it, but I'd rather find a nursery that's got a bunch of them and doesn't know what to do with them anymore, and I can get a good deal on them. It is widely planted in this country for its early spring yellow flowers, but not for its fruit. The fruit has long been used in Bosnia, Armenia, Turkey, the Ukraine, and Russia, just not in America. That has got to change. That's awesome. This is awesome. And it's even got recipes for cornelian cherry and stuff like that. Like, that was just the first paragraph on the cornelian topic, and I just want to keep reading it. I absolutely love it. So thank you for sending this, whoever you are. I really, really, really appreciate this. It means a lot to me. And the author is Jay Stratton. He's a retired teacher and linguist, as well as an amateur botanist and farmer who lives in Westfield and Rochester, New York. He graduated from Syracuse University and the University of Rochester. He also attended the State University of New York College of Forestry in Syracuse. So this is a forest farmer. This guy right here, he's got food forests, guys. And he's standing in front of a bunch of, looks like persimmon trees with a basket full of persimmons. And Jay Stratton made an awesome book, amazing book, a useful book for homesteaders and people that do food forests, that practice permaculture. This is a very valuable book because it tells you the history of it. It goes way, way, way back and how people used to do things. It even tells you how they used to fertilize it and how they used to grow it and how they would terrace things. And it also tells you how to process it, how to cook it, how to use it, and how to eat it. And I mean, this is almost a book review. I've kind of flipped through it enough, but I haven't fully read the whole thing. Thank you very much for your order. We are a family internet sales business that started out a few years ago by selling online to help make ends meet. Now we are selling on several sites, and I feed my family solely off those sales. That makes you very important. And it says if there's any reason that there's an issue, please let us know. Once again, from family to you, thank you very much. Ken Janice and Bryant Haley. Name brand overstocks. Now, like I said, I don't know if this seller was the person that sent this to me, or if it was one of you guys out there that just happened to order it from them. So that's it. I'm going to end it there, and updated you guys on the corn. It's coming back. I'm going to get some seeds out of it. That's the most important thing. And the best part is, though, it's okay. Whoever sent me this really made my day. I've got an awesome book now that I can read, and this is cool. So, thank you very much. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bean bacon quince salad. Quince green salad. Sauteed quince. Glazed quince. Baked quince. Azeri lamb soup with chestnuts, prunes, and quince. Armenian stuffed vegetables. Quince pectin water. Quince preserves. Quince chutney. Sweet quince pickles. Quince orange marmalade. Quince ginger. Chardonnay quince. Green tomato quince mincemeat. Syrian quince almond candy. Cheese quince skewers.